This energetic shift of 2025 has been so intense. I don't know if y'all feeling it, but I am. And this shift, I've been on this crazy roller coaster of a spiritual awakening since 2020. But this shift for 2025 has been very intense and very nonstop. Like nonstop refinement. And I don't know if y'all have been experiencing this, but I'll try my best to explain it. So, literally, specifically like within the last 2 months, but even in early January, so many things have been coming up. So many memories, so many just these feelings, these old feelings that's connected to different memories of the whole, the story. A lot of things of childhood, a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the rejection, a lot of the abuse, a lot of just the trauma. It's literally has been like coming up, whether it's in memories or whether I see somebody's behavior or something happens and it triggers me. There's like so many different things coming up, and I don't even know how to really describe what's coming up. But it's like so many different blocks, that things that I've even already transitioned over, they're coming up, they're bubbling to the surface. There's literally things that I thought I resolved that are bubbling up to the surface. And yes, I may have resolved them, let's say 80%, but it's almost like the remnants are coming back up so they can fully be resolved, and not even simply resolved, but so they can almost be detached from my being. It's almost like these things are coming up, they're coming back up, so I can see them and acknowledge that, one, that is not me. The thing that I went through is not me. And even the person that I became to survive or overcome that thing, that is not me either. It's almost like I'm experiencing this refinement process where we're getting back to who you were born to be. And I know I seen this vision of going into the ocean and coming out naked, and God saying, for you to go forth in what I have for you, you have to be totally naked. You can't be these old identities that you've garnered up due to needing to survive. You can't have this armor on, because you needed to be a warrior to triumph and survive throughout your life. You can't have any of this extra stuff on. You literally have to be naked, literally as you came into the world. This is what you need in order to go to this next level that you're going to. So it's almost like everything that is the false self, everything that this world has helped you to transform into in order to survive this world, the divine is asking for us to release it. And it's saying, this old world is passing away. You no longer need to be, have your tools and be prepared to survive this old world, because there's a new world that is coming. And in this new world, who you were born as was perfect. Who you were born as, that's the version of you that is going to go into this new world. That is the version of you that is going to create this new reality and this new frequency. So therefore, now all of this stuff of the old person, the old identity, the old world, all this stuff has to be deconstructed. And you have to rid yourself of it to realize that was never me. That wasn't the original me. That was transformed version of who I was originally intended to be. And it wasn't necessarily a bad version. It was a necessary version for what I needed to survive and what I needed to make it through. But if I'm going to truly thrive, I have to release everything that is the false self. I have to release everything that is not me. I have to truly allow myself to be purified in order to be a suitable resonance for this new way of being that we're going into. So it's been an interesting it's been an interesting time. It's been a very interesting time. And it's like old ways of thinking, old ways of believing, old ways of being and doing, they're coming back up to the top. So you can actually analyze them, sit with them, see where it's really not you, and release it. I don't know if this makes sense. I don't know if this makes sense. But it's like even the concept of being self-sourced, where it's like learning to fill your own cup, learning to love yourself, learning to be there for yourself, learning to empower yourself. It's like, yes, that was good, specifically for the old world, but for the new world, realizing that your love and love is all around you, meaning not only do you fill your cup, but everybody else and everything else can also fill your cup too. It's almost like we're not being called to look at the world as separate from us, but we're literally being called to look at the world as kind of one with us, where it's not necessarily them versus us, but it's like, in my reality, everything is me. And because everything is me, I only expect the best. Yes, I love me, but also everything around me loves me. And everything is love. And it's like, it's just an interesting perspective, because I think it's like the next level of mind. And I know, as somebody that's a powerful manifester, that I can call into being what I want. And it's almost like the divine is challenging, specifically me, maybe you too, to see life and see myself and see this world as what I want, and not as the old version of me or the realistic, old time me of the old world of, this world is cold, this world is low conscious, this world is, wicked and underneath the matrix. So therefore, my heaven is over here. It's like, no, it's we're being called to almost manifest like a new earth. I know it sounds crazy. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. But it's such a hard concept to fully round. But I just know everything that was not the original design of me is being called to the forefront to be released. To be released. The anxiety, the micro anxiety, hustle culture, even thinking that certain people have to be this way and other people have to be like, it's like, no, like total allowance, total acceptance. People can be however they want to be. It is what it is. And it's like, from the emotions to the habits to the thought processes, truly acknowledging what is you, the original you, and what is the programmed you. The programming that you've received from religion, the programming that you've received from your parents, the programming that you received from social media, the different programmings all around you. We're being called to see what is truly the original you and what is the programming. What is the you that been taught, oh, this is how the world works, so this is what you need to do in order to move in the world, versus the original you that was created to bring forth a new world. How would that person move? And a lot of it is dealing with not simply identity, but it's also dealing with safety. I think the root of it is safety within your body, safety within your nervous system, really being in your body and having your heart chakra, having your heart open and ready. And it's like I've been doing a lot of just refining in the heart area, refining in the nervous system, feeling safe within my body. And it's like, because truly to be you, to show up as who you are, to be authentic, to be open-hearted, you have to be safe in your body. Your nervous system has to be regulated. And it's like there's a refining process that is happening where the heart is opening, the nervous system is being regulated, and everything that is of the false self that keeps the heart closed or keeps the nervous system dysregulated is being called up to the forefront in order to be dealt with. In order to be dealt with, everything that caused you to want to dissociate and escape into a different reality, all of that stuff is coming up to the forefront so it can be truly dealt with, integrated, released. And you can see what is the true self, what is the original self. The self that was not molded by this world, but the self that you were born into. The self you was born as before people got their hands on you. So yeah. And honestly, literally, it's Friday. This whole week, I've gone through a process of realizing I was still holding on to anxiety from my mother, from childhood. I was still holding on to anxiety that I had to really sit with and release. I was still holding on. I was still not allowing love in, not allowing people to support me and be there for me and love me. It's like I've learned to have my own love, be my own support, be there for myself, but there still was a part of me that was not allowing people from the outside to do that. And truthfully, it's because I learned to kind of distrust that. with what I've been through throughout childhood and just in life in general, even as an adult, I kind of became distrustful of people's love and people's support and people showing up for me and people being there for me. I felt like it was always some type of strings attached. But there's something calling to me to be like, no, that's that world. That ain't the world that you're called to create. You're called to create a world where people love you, people support you, people are there for you, people love you. Y'all, this lash is holding up my eye. Like the glue is still tacky, so it keep like sticking my, like making my eye like get stuck. Anywho, but it's kind of like, yes, you were called to be in a world where the people love you, support you, stand for you, pour in your cup, and there's no strings attached. There's no extra, something behind the couch. You're called to be in a world where you speak your truth and you're not fearful of who's going to come after you or who's going to talk bad about you or who's going to have stuff to say about you. You're not concerned about that, because honestly, you speak your truth, and the people who agree with your truth, the people who've been looking for your truth, the people who've been waiting for you, that's who you're mostly seeing. And it's almost like a shift in the world, a shift in the experience that we're being called to have, depending on the choices you've made, depending on what part of the paradigm you're going to be on. Are you going to be stuck in the old paradigm, or are you going to embrace a new way of being, the new paradigm? I honestly feel like us, as y'all know, I like to say chosen ones, who have answered the call, have done the work, have survived the initiations, of this earth. Like, life is getting so awesome for us. That which we desire and we truly knew that we wanted is coming into being. However, for us to be a resonant match to that, you have to peel off all the layers of that is not your true self, that was created and cultivated in survival, because that's not a resonant match to you. We're being called to literally have an internal safety where it's like we don't have to move throughout this world in fear. We don't have to move throughout this world looking behind our back. We don't have to move throughout this world thinking that we're not protected. Like, we have internal safety, divine protection. We don't have to move throughout this world with all these habits and things that we've cultivated out of trauma. It's like our very being is causing us to release all emotions, all thoughts, all habits, all ways of being that were created through trauma. And really allowing ourselves to be fully open and present and within our bodies, so we can fully experience what we're going into, but also so we can fully manifest that which we want to create. Because whatever you focus on, whatever your subconscious beliefs are, that's what you're going to be bringing into reality. So it's like, okay, for this to be the cleanest manifestation that you've ever had, for this life to be the cleanest manifestation you ever had, it's going to require you to let go of a lot of subconscious baggage that you might not even have known that you were carrying, or that may have been acceptable for this old way of being. A new timeline, a new way of being, a new life is calling for a new version of you, which is not even new. It's the original version of you before this world got its hands on you. It's who you were born to be. So yeah, as things come up, allow yourself to feel them, allow yourself to process them, and allow yourself to release them. Don't try to push them down. Don't try to go back to your old ways of dealing with them. Don't allow fear and anxiety to get you. Even this morning, I was posting a video and it was a little unhinged, and something in me was like, oh, should I post that? Oh, I don't know. I don't want people thinking, I don't want people feeling like, it's too weird. And something was like, we're supposed to be past that. We to the point of we posting whatever the hell we want to post. We don't give a hell. But it's like that was still in my energy. And I really had to just sit with it, be with it, not judge it, digest it, process it. There was a part of me that was very big on caring what people thought. People pleasing. I allow myself to release that because I know that's not the version of me that I'm taking forth. No, I'm taking the version of me that I was born to be, which is, a little unhinged, unpredictable, a little crazy. And that's okay. That's okay. That's perfect. So yeah. As things come up, let them come up, and just know that you've decided that you're moving forth, that you're not going to fall back into the old patterns, the old ways of being. Because truthfully, they're not there for you to fall back into them. We always know old timelines like to call you back, but they're not there for that. They're there for you to fully integrate them, process them, and release them out of the body, and realize that was a form of me, but the original me going forth, we ain't got to take that with us. So hopefully this helped. I know I was all over the place and my lashes and my eyes was going crazy, honey, because of the glue. All right, well, let me know what y'all think. Bye.